am late again. This is definitely a Lisa thing to be late for things sometimes. I am getting better at it at this though, and I did have a lot ready today before I started. It was just a few little things that I left till last minute. So welcome to the set today. These curtains behind us are our living room curtains. They were a cream color, but we used a gray wash in the wash cycle. It's a dye for material, and this is how they came out, and we're actually really happy with them. So I thought I would use them as a background and a few Christmas decorations today because I have taken down the Christmas decorations. I haven't finished putting everything out yet, but this is a few of the things. So I thought I would just make it a little bit Christmassy for today. Alright, so there's some things I want to discuss today. And I have a list as well, so that will help. Sorry? Thanks. Sorry, one of the things I didn't do was get myself a drink. I can't drink pop while I'm doing these because I get the burps, and that's just rude. No, that's good, thank you. So this is a gin and tonic glass that I really liked. And I gave the, oh, you can't see it, but anyways, I gave the gin to my mother-in-law. I just wanted the glass. So, oh, there's a design on it. If you can't see it now, I can take a still of it later. So it's just lemon, well, in Canada we call it lemonade, but here lemonade has fizz to it, like carbonation. So, but this is just, it's like lemon juice, but it's not lemon juice that you'd have in the fridge. It's like lemon squash, which is, anyways, it's a drink. It's just like what you would give to kids, lemon flavor. Allison, on the floor there, or on there where that card is, there's a notepad that Erica knocked down. Yeah, it has my list of things. And there was one more thing that I can't remember, but no, I think that was it. Okay, so, oh, I know what it was. Yes, okay, I will get Allison to come and sit here for one moment so that you guys aren't alone while I run and get something that I want to show you guys. One moment. Hello. Tell me you weren't prepared.
I don't really know what to do on live. How is everyone? Oh, my nose looks really sunburned. I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you say anything?
I said, how is everyone?
Thank you for being patient with me. I am getting my stuff together, and I will know how to do this once I have done it about 100 times. So I'm just gonna wait for a few more viewers before I do the things that I have lined up for tonight, including a guest. But we can start talking about whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, the Christmas decorations, I've brought them down. I've slowly started putting them out, but I wanted to decorate simply. So I had to take everything down, open up all my bins and everything, and look at everything, and then decide which ones I wanted to do. And I was going to do a green and red theme in the living room and dining room. So I took all those out, left them, and then there's a bunch that I'm just going to pack away and put back up in the loft so that at the end of Christmas, when I take them down, there won't be as many to put away. But also, I just think I want a simple looking Christmas. I want it to look nice, but not too cluttered and full like I usually do. Sort of like this. I mean, it's only two things, but it gives you you understand what's going on here, what they represent. So I'm not sure who's all tuning in today. I don't know if my mom or my sisters are tuning in or not, but if you're here, let me know, because I can see how many viewers are on, but I can't tell who they are. without, you know, you commenting or saying something, and I know that you're there. So let me know you're there. If you have anything you want to suggest for us to talk about, we'll talk about some Christmas things today. Some of the things that I need to say that so last week I couldn't remember what the Festival of Lights is called. It's called Diwali, spelled Diwali with a W sometimes, but pronounced Diwali. And also, in Canada when I was growing up, we sorted the presents Christmas morning and gave them out to everybody. But in England, usually Santa, the presents, I can't remember exactly, but the presents aren't under the tree, or Santa puts them in piles of each person's name. But luckily Santa knows that we're Canadian, so he lets us hand out the gifts in the morning. But I think at some people's houses here, Santa puts them all into the piles of whose name it is. But I mean, he has enough on his plate to do, let alone sort presents for us. Although he is magic, so maybe it's just like and it's done. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Lori. So I wanted to do that. And Merwin, I know I haven't sent you the links for the workouts yet, but I will. And oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh yes. Last week I said that the partridges in my mom's yard were called Russian partridges sometimes, but there is a few different names for them, but they're Hungarian partridges or gray partridges, or there's a few other names. Okay. And I learned how to do a horizontal video on my phone. So I'm on my phone this week so that I can have the guest join us in a wee bit. So, I think I went over my list. I forgot to do the recording of my mom's Christmas bauble that makes the bird noises. I forgot to do a recording of that. And I was going to find the old video of the Santa roundtable, like the Santa sleigh that goes around the neighborhoods that I talked about last week. I was going to find the old video that I took a few years ago and post it on my Facebook, and I forgot to do that. But I'm making lists now, so as long as I look at the list, I'll get these things done. Alright, so something that I wanted to do, I was hoping my mom was on when I did this, but maybe I will wait for my mom. I know I was late, so that probably people don't want to wait around, right? So if I'm late, then people might think, well, maybe she's not coming on today or what have you. But I am here. So let me know what you guys want to talk about. And yes. Having some of my lemon. I also would like feedback from my previous weeks and things that you think I can improve on, or things that I'm doing well that I should keep doing. Any suggestions that you have that you think will help me. Mom, as soon as you're on, let me know. And if my sisters are on, then let me know as well. I wish it would tell me who is watching, but I can't tell. So, again, as soon as I have a few more viewers, I'll bring on our guest. Well, an hour's going to go by quickly, although I'm on my phone now and I don't have a timer, so I will probably ask you guys what time it is, but I know, I can't remember when I started. It was like about 8:07 or such that I started at, so. Okay, I'm just going to go on with it then. When people I know have had accomplishments, I like to tell other people about them and support what they've done, including when they've been an author of a book. So there's a few that I'm not talking about today, but there's two that I want to talk about today because they'll be perfect for Christmas gifts. So one of them is actually a children's Christmas book. My cousin's wife, her father wrote this book. He has 2 daughters, including my cousin's wife, and the illustrations were by his 2 daughters. So this book is called A Christmas Penguin's Wish, and it's written by Lenny Hill, and it's written by, and the illustrations are by his daughters. Lisa used to be Hill, but she married my cousin, so she's Lisa McDermott now. And her sister is Jessica, and her last name is Coble from being married. So this is a book that you can get it on Amazon in Canada and here. And I want to support Lenny, and I want to support my friends when they have these accomplishments. So order this book for a wonderful Christmas story for children, or just to have and help support an independent author. He's from the territories, actually, up in Canada, but they've moved closer to their daughters, so they live in Alberta now. But yeah, so that's the first book. Okay. And I will show you the second book, which just arrived today, so I haven't had time to read it. And it's from mine and Steve's friend here. Her husband is one of Steve's best friends, and I've met her, and I really enjoy spending time with her. And this is Gibby the Octopus. And it is by Lou Stewart, and it's illustrated by Andrea Burt Nibs. And I believe, yeah, so it has to do with protecting the oceans and how we're treating Gibby's environment, his home. So again, this is another good one. You can order this on Amazon, and it'll be a good Christmas gift. So I'll hold that there. Oh, let me just, and hopefully you guys will help support local. Not local. One's local, one's from Canada, but those are independent authors with their first books, and people that I know personally, and we'd like to support them. Go. Sorry, there's a big furry table right here named Lena. She just likes to make an appearance every week. I think I am ready to bring on my guest, because even if people aren't giving me ideas to speak about, then at least me and my guest can speak back and forth. Is my guest ready to go on? I will assume she is. I'm here and I am ready. But I think... right. I think that I have to... my guest is watching, but I think... Oh, I did something. Hang on. There you go. So if my guest will stop watching and then start watching again, it'll come up and tell me that she's watching, and then it'll say bring them on camera. So I will add you. You're okay. Oh, no, I found it. Okay. My first guest. As soon as it adds. I hope my internet's working well today as well. It says adding, but it's just blinking. So this is me in technology, and this is why I have to get used to doing all this stuff before I do. Okay, adding. It write in the comments, am I being laggy today? Is it glitching at all? Still saying adding. Well, awkward. Oh my gosh. So when we were in Canada, or when I first came here and we were seeing if the relationship would work, I only brought a few things over. Oh, okay, sorry, my guest failed to answer, but now I see a request from her. So here we go. Let's see if it works this time. So when I left all my stuff in Canada, but after me and Steve had been together a year and I had been living here a year, when we went back, we packed up all my stuff into a shipping container to send over. And we thought if we have a shipping container, we wanted to add some things to it that. Hi. Are you in your robe out of the shower?
Bath. And yeah, I got out of the bath about 10 minutes ago, and I thought I can't upstage you because you look fab.
Are you bragging that I've gotten to have a bath?
Say that again.
I said, are you trying to have a bath?
I love having a bath. Your internet keeps glitching. I don't know if it's mine.
It doesn't.
It's glitching for me.
So we were, sorry, with the shipping container, we thought we put on it that we could go over here. They wouldn't. So with the big moose right beside me, we put them on the container thinking we have one here. And after we moved here, we went to Costco, which they have a few Costco's here, and they have a big moose here. So that was putting onto the shipping container, but I love him. And a moose, and he's from Canada, Canadian moose.
What sound does a moose make? That's not a joke, that's a question.
No. I mean, they probably
Like a what? And I want to correct you with regards to Father Christmas. Okay. So sometimes he can put presents in order, which I find really weird as to why he would do that. But most of the time, he just puts them in the quiet. Pardon?
You're quiet.
Oh, I don't know why. I just have to speak really loudly. It's because I'm not Canadian. Yes, sometimes he puts presents in group order, which I don't know why. But most of the time, he'll put presents just under the tree, and then he'll leave a stocking by your bed. But he only does like one or two presents. He only used to bring us one present each, and then everything else my parents bought us.
Yeah, that was like under the tree or all the other presents. Did he sort them out into piles?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I misunderstood that.
No, some people do, and I don't understand why he would do that at some people's houses when, you know, it's the fun of Christmas.
Yeah.
So
I hear that.
No, and you keep glitching.
Like a Tonka toy, like in front of you.
It's a what?
That's a Tonka toy, like dump trucks, JCB, like all this.
No, I hear nothing.
And zero. Says yes. There's nicest melody.
This is really bad here.
So when I left all my stuff in Canada, but after me and Steve had been together, and I don't know why it's like it's not later. Add some things.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and you'll carry on and then I'm going to return as a very good guest.
So are you going to go and then do what?
I'm going to go and then I will return as your guest shortly.
Try to have a better signal.
Okay.
You can hang up because I don't know how. Okay. All right. Oh, I see. Mel, you were saying hi to Samantha. Good to see you, Melody, that you joined us today. Is Mom going to be watching today, or I don't know if she might already be on watching. I just don't know. Right. So, what else do I have? I have a few other things that I want to talk about, but one of them, like I said, I was waiting for my mom to watch. I mean, she can watch it later, and she'll know that I did it. but if she's on, then I can do it now. Melody, is there anything that that you want me to talk about? I really miss my family right now. Putting out Christmas decorations and then memories coming up on Facebook. It makes me miss my family for Christmas and all the memories that we have. I just put my cover photo on Facebook as a picture of me and my sisters and my mom, and it's already 8 years old, that picture. It's just crazy. Yes. So also, this is so funny. So yesterday on my photo challenge that I do every day, like November photo challenge, I added a photo of it. The every day it's a different subject or topic that you try to take a picture of. And yesterday's was called a wave. So I thought I would talk to my mom on video chat and she could wave at me and I would take a picture and add it. My mom happened to be at my sister's. Well, my sister phoned me. My sister Tina phoned me because my other sister Melody was there skating and mom was there and she just wanted me to be there with them, kind of thing. So Tina went inside and mom was inside and Melody and her son Brock were out on the ice because my sister and her husband Tina and Ryan, they made a ice rink in their backyard, their back garden. So when I took the picture of mom and Tina waving at me, mom's in the house, they're both in the house, but Tina's wearing a mask and a helmet, and I've posted it to Instagram and Facebook, and nobody seems to have asked why my sister's wearing a helmet indoors, which I think is hilarious, but nobody's commented on it. So the reason she is wearing a helmet is because she was just outside skating on the ice in their backyard. And like I said, Melody just messaged that she was making, sorry, now she just said she's making brunch, but that this morning they were over at Tina and Ryan's skating, but also they were there yesterday skating as well because, oh, hang on, I got to do my time. Yeah, because right now it is just morning. Like she said, she's making brunch, but Tina called me last night, which was like later than now. So then it was like afternoon for them yesterday when they were skating. Yes. So what I did today, I had to make a bunch of pumpkin pies this week. So I did that. American Thanksgiving was on Thursday. And so I baked a few more pumpkin pies that were ready to go, but they just need to be baked this morning. I hung up the curtains behind me and I got things ready for this and I did my workout. So today's day 104 for working out. And, I made supper. Those are Lena's ears. I won't move her because I just want to see how silly it looks and if she does anything else. Oh, she's moved on now. No, she's just lying beside me. That's funny. Maybe it's just me, but I think that was funny as well. So tomorrow is day 105 for my workouts, but it's 30-day shred. So 30, 30, 30 is 90, and then 15. So tomorrow I'm halfway through my 4th set of 30, which is quite exciting. Again, it's Sunday, so did laundry, kids' uniforms, and Lena, stop whining. Are you laughing at the dog? Allison's just having a bit of a spaz, like, you know, when you laugh, like, silently, like, over on the couch there. I think she's laughing at the dog. But just take a picture of her then. She's laughing at Lena because Lena's just lying here like she's part of the show. If the camera was far back like we were in a studio, she'd be lying on the stage right now and she'd be part of the show. But she's super cute. So did you guys see Lena's ears? Because I think that was funny, but nobody's commented on it. So anyways, if you saw those two things poking up here, those were Lena's ears. All right, well, I'm not sure if Mom's on, but she can watch this later. So for the sake of my mom, because again, I was raised Catholic, but I don't really practice it. But one of my favorite things going to school, leading up to Christmas in school, they had hi, Auntie Diane. They had a like they had Advent. They're called Advent wreaths, and they would have 4 candles. 3 of them would be purple, and 1 of them would be pink. And you light one for each week of Advent. So today's the first week of Advent, and so today we light 1 candle, and it would be one of the purple ones. So I looked online, and I don't know how to get the ones that they had in school, but I looked online, and this is one of the ones that I could get from Amazon that I ordered last year or maybe the year before, and I haven't actually used it. I might have put it out, but before I light the candles, I can, or I'll just tip it this way. Like I just put a little. Hi, Lena. You want to smell the candle? It's nice. Yeah. Scooch along. Okay, so I just put a little tea light in it, and there's 3 purple and 1 pink, and I can take a photo of it after. But for my mom's sake, I just thought that would be a nice thing to, and because I loved it growing up, and it was one of my favorite things in school that we would light the candles. So today's Sunday, starting the first week of Advent. So I'm gonna light a purple one with a big flame. So I don't know if I can do it without, starting my house on fire. And I don't know if we've talked about it on here, but my sister burns a lot of candles, but I'm not afraid of candles, but I'm afraid that somebody's going to knock down a candle, or I'm going to forget that I had one lit and my house will burn down. So I don't usually burn candles, but we're in a safe environment here, and I will remember to blow this one out. But yes, today's the first week of Advent for Christians, and I lit one of the purple candles. So hopefully, I don't know if it matters if it's on the right or the left of the pink one, but it's burning, and I hope my mom likes that too. So tell me some of your Christmas traditions or things that you love doing still, or that you've done in the past, or that you miss. Things that, sorry, I just thought of one of the things that is hard when we think about memories and stuff like that is losing our loved ones. And okay, Auntie Diane, but tell me what kind of ornament it is. She said that she just finished making a homemade tree ornament. So tell me while I'm telling the story, you can type what kind of ornament it was that you made. I was talking about loss and the people we miss at Christmas, and one of my best friends just had to say goodbye to his mom today, and unfortunately it was from COVID and complications to that, and I'm very close with him. He's one of my best friends, and his sister is one of my friends, and we've known them a very long time, and it's sad. It's sad. I know there's been a few Christmases. My dad passed away after Christmas in January a few years ago, and the girl's biological father, his mom passed away right before Christmas in 2012. So it's not only the people who have passed away around Christmas, but also the people that we miss around this time. And I was just wanted to take a moment to celebrate them and their lives and the things that we remember about them. And, even if it was my dad being grouchy because it was taking too long for us to open our gifts and such, it's just, I'm grateful that we have all those memories. So yeah, I don't even know what time it is, but those are the things that I had planned. I had a guest planned, so Samantha will be back after. And it was unfortunate about the feedback because I thought I missed one of the numbers. 36. Yeah, 7. I mean 8. Sorry, 8. 30. 7. Okay. Yes, there's a dog that is back. Lena, you have to at least say hi. Come here. I'm not trying to play. Come here.
Is that what she wants?
She just wants attention. Yeah, I don't want to play right now. I don't want to play right now. Yes, you're a good girl.
I know I am. Yes, how mommy called me a good girl.
Samantha, I don't know what you're saying. I like Chris, yeah, I don't know what that word is. Oh yeah, and then you can send me a picture of it and I can talk about it next week and show people what you made, or just tell me what it is or what it's like and I can tell people. I can't post a picture either, but you can put the picture on my Facebook and share it on my Facebook, and then anybody who wants to see what it is, they can come and look at my Facebook and see. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot Auntie Diane lost her dad this year too, just a few months ago, so it'll be a hard Christmas for her as well. I remember everybody going and seeing, Nicole, my cousin, Auntie Diane's daughter, coming up from Calgary and visiting, and or if you guys, I don't remember where your dad lived, but I remember everybody being together in his last days and such, and it's, yeah, I deal with death better than some people do, but my heart goes out to those who have a hard time, and are going to have a hard time this Christmas. So, especially when it's a time, it's an awkward Christmas, because Christmas is a time for friends and family to get together and everything else, so that might make it worse where you would miss the person because they're not there to be part of it. But at the same time, this Christmas with COVID and such, and restrictions and lockdowns and isolation and everything, that we're, even loved ones that are still here, we're not able to be with. So it's just it's going to be a tough Christmas, I think, for a lot of people. And I can't believe COVID or other reasons, I cannot believe how many people have passed away this year. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like there is so many people who have passed away this year. Yeah, I know a lot of people who have had friends and family who have passed away. Knock on wood. Nobody in my immediate family, like, that I can think of, that's passed away. Oh, yes, actually, I have a cousin.
Lita.
It's my first cousin's daughter. Her partner just passed away. So that was just a few weeks ago. So that's sad. Yes. I'm just going to have another drink. I think, okay, so I wasn't drinking pop because it gives me the burps and it's not really nice when I'm on camera, but I don't think lemon is the best thing either because it's making me kind of, so maybe just water would be all right. Maybe that's why they always drink water on talk shows and stuff. So anything else you guys want to talk about this week? I have not been outside really all week. There has been some sunny days, but it's been chilly. But I've just had things to do. I've been really trying to get the Christmas decorations up and making things look nice. And then again, the living room and the dining room, and putting things back together. And I'm really excited to have everything look nice and take some photos and share the living room and dining room with people as best as I can, as we're, we can't really have guests over. So that will be good. Usually this guy sits at the front door or in the front window, although our house is hidden, so nobody, unless you come up to the front of our house, nobody can see the front of our house. So yeah, but this year I have him at the back here, facing out into the back garden. So the apartments that are behind us that look down into our garden, they can see him in the patio window if my blinds are open. However, those apartments behind us were not here when Steve bought this house, so it's not one of his favorite things that there's 3-story apartments that look down. Sorry, 2-story, but it depends if you're here or in Canada, but like main level and then this floor and that floor, so 3 levels of floors. But in Canada we would call that like main, first floor, second floor, but here they call it first floor, second floor, third floor, I think. Is that it? Or maybe it's opposite. Maybe in Canada the first floor would be and then second, third, and then here it's like main, first, second. I can't remember, but it's opposite anyway. See, this is what happens with living here so long now. I can't remember what's from here and what's from Canada. Thank you, Melody. She says that I look beautiful and festive. Yeah, I am. Again, I am so happy with the way these turned out. So for those of you who weren't watching before, these are our original curtains from the living room, and they were a cream color. And we put them into the washing machine, and with gray fabric dye, and this is how they came out. On the back, which I'm happy with as well, it's a white liner that you have on the back of curtains, and it came out to a really nice gray as well. These are quite expensive curtains, and so it saved us a lot of money to put them in there and have them come out like this, which we are really impressed with, than having to change curtains and or have the same ones before. So they turned out really well, which is why I use them as a background today. And that's something I was talking about, and I hung them up today. So give me 1 second. I'm going to bring Samantha back, and then Auntie Diane, I'll talk about baking with Samantha. So I hope there's no feedback. A little bit. Still.
Hello.
Hi, we're seeing Samantha getting ready.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Chris Dingle. So you asked what people miss about Christmas time or what they used to do, and you spoke about your lights and your wreath. So I'm not Catholic, even though obviously we met at the Catholic school. I'm a Methodist, and when I was younger, we used to go to Chris Dingle every year, which is where you go and you have hymns and you celebrate Christmas, and you get an orange, big orange, and you get a candle on the top of it, a big orange. Well,
orange to eat, and it's that big? I think you're exaggerating.
it's a big orange.
That's like maybe a grapefruit.
Okay, it's a big orange.
Okay, a big orange, like yeah.
And it has a candle in the top, a white candle, and then you have a ribbon around it.
I think that's actually called a jack-o'-lantern. I think we're getting our holidays. I'm just kidding. Okay, so an orange candle and a ribbon.
A red ribbon around it, and then you have like toothpicks or whatever they're called, and you have sweets and peanuts on. But the peanuts are like the ones in shells that you give to elephants. That's the only way I can describe it.
I mean, the ones they call monkey nuts here in the store.
There you go. So the elephant peanuts. Yeah, and I really miss doing that.
Oh, why don't you do that then? Why don't you, you can't maybe do the Chris Dingle thing and go to I don't see why, well, this year you might not be able to go to the Methodist church, but you could make the orange thing at home with the girls.
Yeah. I could do that. I really could do that. And that's probably a really good idea and would be nice, being as though Tyler's had one, but Danielle's never had one before. So
that reminds me that another decoration, Auntie Diane, you were talking about decorations for the Christmas tree, and then you were talking about oranges. Something I made one year, and I've seen it on Pinterest and stuff like that. You can take an orange, and for some reason, I have this huge container of cloves, like the pokey cloves before they're ground up. So you can take a orange, and you can wrap ribbon around this way and around that way, so it looks kind of like a present. And then you can poke the cloves into it. And then you can put a ribbon on it to hang it on the tree, and the cloves go into the orange and they act like a diffuser, so they absorb some of the orange scent, and you get
Hi, Lena.
get the smell of the orange and the clove coming out, and it's really beautiful, and they look nice too.
I might try that when I'm making my Chris Dingle orange.
Yeah. Oh, and then when you said Chris Dingle, we have a thing called Chris Kringle. Do you guys do that?
No. See, Chris Kringle, I know as another name for Father Christmas.
Oh, Chris Kringle. Yeah, it is. But for us, Chris Kringle, is just like a nickname for the Secret Santa that you would do at school or wherever. Can you take her to the kitchen and put her outside, please? Oh, she's going to lie down now. Okay. She just wants attention from me. It's like a child if I'm doing something else. um, so she asked about Christmas baking, and Samantha, tell me if this is accurate or not. But people here do not seem to do Christmas baking like we do in North America. Like we start early, we fill our whole chest freezer with different cookies and tarts and chocolates and everything, and they just don't seem to do as much Christmas baking here, which is probably a good thing because then they don't eat as much at Christmas. Although a lot of people will buy mince pies. But
Yes.
do you do any Christmas baking, Samantha?
I do a bit. So I made our Christmas cake a few weeks ago. But my mum is probably the only person I know, other than you, who does Christmas baking. So she's made Rice Krispie snowmen at the moment, and for the hat, she's used chocolate buttons for the hat. So a giant one for the bottom, and then two small ones. I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
And she always makes Christmas cookies, and she always does as well a stack of Christmas cookies, the star ones that go different ways, like,
Oh, nice.
and it makes a Christmas tree.
Oh, right. And then just put icing in between, or
Icing in between, and then she drips chocolate on it so it goes down.
nice. I'd
Um,
like one of those as well, live in my hand and in my mouth.
now. But yeah, nobody really, no, we don't really do lots of
But
baking.
do you see like on Pinterest and Facebook and different things, or even on American television? Do you see that like Americans, Canadians do a lot of Christmas baking? Is
Yeah,
it obvious, guys, that?
yeah. Every Christmas film that's from America, which is the majority, it's all about baking, and they all the romance ones, and they throw icing sugar on each other or flour on each other, and it's all
Oh yeah,
romantic
me
and cute.
always, obviously. Can I just
Uh,
say about the food fight in American movies and stuff like that? It's ridiculous because the first thing I think is who's going to clean that up? That better not happen in my house.
I don't think I've ever been involved in a food fight.
No, I haven't either, except at like camp, like initiation type thing where I got eggs put on me and stuff.
Okay, so what was camp like in Canada?
Oh, I loved camp. Oh, it was great. I was a CIT, which is a counselor in training, and so there's counselors above me, and then we had little kids, all different ages, from about I think 5 to 12, and then after that, like if you were a teenager, you became a CIT, and the cabins had different groups of kids, like the ages in them, and it was just like you would see in it's like you would see in the movies, except not as it's not like they're ripped camps, right? So we don't all have matching T-shirts and shorts
Oh,
and well, actually, that's not true. Actually, the CITs and the counselors do have matching shirts, but I mean, all the kids don't have matching stuff and everything else. But you do learn, canoeing, and archery, and we play a game called Capture the Flag, where it's two teams against each other. In the morning, you have to be up at 6 a.m. It's called flagpole. So you get up, you have to meet around the flagpole. All go around the flagpole, and they raise the flag for the camp. And then we started to go to the mess for breakfast, and it's just fun, and you learn stuff, and it's great. Ones that I did were for the Boys and Girls Club of Canada, and so a lot of the kids that were there were less fortunate, so this was something that if their parents were working, or even if they couldn't afford for their kids to go through the Boys and Girls Club, they would pay so many kids each year to go to. So it was really awesome experience, and I absolutely suggest anybody putting, whether it's some kind of music camp or Bible camp or any type of camp. If you have the opportunity to put kids in a camp, it's not about pawning them off for a week or two in the summer. It's a great experience for them, and kids need to have time away from them because they need to learn how to, get out there in the world. So I'm just going to talk back about the baking for a minute. So my sister bought gingerbread houses for the boys to put together. She made molasses cookies. And for me, I am going to I made them a couple of years ago, but I'm going to again, and it seems to be my tradition besides the pumpkin pies that I've only ever made since I moved here. But I'm going to make some homemade chocolates like my grandma used to make. And actually, Sam, you know those. I'll make some special with chocolate being lactose free. And then,
I'm just really excited about the pumpkin pie.
oh, right. Yeah, they're ready. They're ready. So I just need to drop them off. And
So Lisa has made me a pumpkin pie for a few years now, and it's so tasty. I don't even share it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't share it with anybody.
that's okay.
Um,
Little ones for the girls. I'll give Alex a little one too, so you don't have to share yours. You'll get a big one.
it's just so tasty. It's just really good, and I really enjoy it, and I'm extremely grateful. And I'd never even tried it before.
Thanks. I've had pumpkin pie before I moved here, but I just never made it before. Because again, it was something that you could just buy in Canada. Here, you can't get it anywhere. So the only way that anybody would have it is if it was homemade. Making it for Steve's Jackie, so his business partner and partner like at Feathers Academy. Jackie's husband is American. A few years ago, I was talking to him and asked him what most about America, and he said the food. He said things like pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. So that was my first year making it. I did that for him, and then I've been making it ever since. And actually, I didn't realize there was somebody who ordered 2 last year from me and paid for them. And I on Facebook, you know how you get messages from creeps and weirdos, and it's in a different place. So I never
Yes.
really checked those messages, but I just did yesterday, and I missed an order. She wanted to order 2 more for Thanksgiving, and I missed it. But I talked to her, and so she's ordering one for Christmas. So I'll have that one ready for her on Christmas Eve. So that's really
I mean,
exciting.
if she doesn't actually want it, there's always a place for it here.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah, okay. I'll remember that. But I'm also gonna make rum balls. The weird thing is I don't like rum, but I love rum balls. Why you're making a face? Have you not had rum balls before?
No, and I'm also thinking, how much rum is in it? Because am I allowed to have it? Will it create like a drunk thing?
No. Is that something you wanna?
I would go for it.
Oh, you finally told your parents?
Yes.
Well, then you
Yes, I
tell.
did.
Exciting news. Tell everybody what you're talking about.
Okay, there's going to be another baby. So
Yes,
I'm
me and Samantha
20,
have another one.
so 22 weeks pregnant, and I feel like a big ball already.
You look
Yeah.
cool as well. Yeah. So when me and Steve got married, Samantha decided that she was getting married with us. So all 3 of us got married. She was my maid of honor, and she was pregnant at the time. So we said that that was our baby, and mine and Steve's and hers and Alex's, and so of course it makes sense that this baby is ours as well. So
Yeah. Share and share alike.
yes, so it's the closest thing I'm gonna have to any more babies until the till grandkids come. But I love babysitting. Danielle, who's 2, and Tyla, who's 12, is Erica's best friend, and she likes being here too. So we're a very close family. With I mean,
Yes.
it's like both families are close. Yes, Auntie Diane, there is Costco's here. So
I didn't know there was a Costco, do you know? I didn't even know there was ones around here. I know that we have, um, what's it called near me? On the way to Stoke. And you have to have a card for it.
Costco,
Is that Costco?
yes,
No,
and
there's another one. There's Booker's as well.
oh, I don't know Booker's. Actually, I think I've seen advertisements for Booker's, but so me and Steve have gone to the Costco. I think it's by Trafford Center, but
Okay, no, the one by me is in Stoke. I don't think it's Costco.
yeah, I didn't realize that there was closer ones to us actually, and I can't remember where it is now. So, Auntie Diane asked if there was eggnog here. Have you heard of eggnog, Samantha?
Only heard of it through Christmas films. So The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and he drinks eggnog.
Yes, and it's so yummy, but it is very hard, if not impossible, to get here. So I will have to make my own with a recipe. But Etienne, because Costco is American and they sell a lot of American things, that's where I get my huge bags of chocolate chips. Even though it's cheap American chocolate, it's not really great chocolate like they have here. But I'm not paying the price for a little dinky packet of chocolate chips here. So I just get the huge
Yeah.
Kirkland at Costco. But I can check there if they have eggnog. I love eggnog. And I think the kids remember eggnog as well.
What is it?
Pardon?
What's eggnog?
It is a creamy drink, and it does have egg in it. And I think some people actually mix it with like rum and stuff. But I'd have to look up the recipe. But it's just a creamy, yummy drink. And actually, I would have to look up the recipe and see what I would have to do to make it lactose free for you to enjoy. But I will definitely, I might do that this week and make a batch of both your kind and mine and see
My
how well
kind.
lactose for me, lactose free for you. And speaking of which, that's another thing we can talk about is these no-fail buns. So everything was going good.
And your biscuits. The biscuits that you and Danielle made.
Oh, right. So yes, Danielle was here. I was watching her. That's the 2-year-old, and she was helping me make. I was making the no-fail buns, and she her bowl with flour and put a little bit of salt in, and then a little bit of sugar, and she was mixing things, and then I added some. I don't remember if it was water or milk, but to mix it in. So then we made these little they turned out really hard, but she got to make little biscuits and we baked them. And she even took one and was sucking on it for a while. So she liked them. But while she was helping me, I was making the no-fail buns, and everything went well. You start them at noon. Then at 6 o'clock in the evening, you punch them down, and then you let them rise a second time. And at 10 o'clock, what is that? No. Lena, drop it. It's butter. This is my baking stuff. Well, it's lard, actually. Yeah. I don't want to use it now, but she's not going to eat a half of a thing of lard. Go lie down. So, yes, so the buns are going good, and then at 10 o'clock at night, you make them into buns, and then you let them rise, and then at 7 or 8 in the morning, you put them in the oven to bake. Well, I got up in the morning to put them in the oven to bake. Everything had gone great, but our temperature in our house fluctuates. In the UK, we have radiators in each room that are water heated. Like the water goes through and it heats each room, and we have doors everywhere, so you can turn each radiator up or down, so you can keep certain rooms the temperature that you want, which is great. However, right now where we have our fridge and freezer in the kitchen, stand-up freezer, we don't have a radiator on in the kitchen. Not only that, our radiators go lower at night because, we're in bed, so we don't need it to be as warm in the house. So the fluctuating temperatures, and when you want to rise bread, you need it to be between 22 and 26 Celsius. So I had the oven door open and the warming up the kitchen. Everything was going fine. How the door got closed, not closed all the way, just enough that it was going straight up and making the top of the cooker too hot. And in the oven, they had flopped and fallen, which means the yeast that meant it was too hot, or they had been rising too long. So the yeast was dead, and my no-fail bun failed again the second time.
Oh,
I've been
no.
to try a third time, but I am gonna get these no-fail buns to not.
Oh, Lisa. I even asked you how they were, and you were like, I'm going to get them ready. I'm going to get them sorted, and they're all going to be good. Oh.
Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna read a couple comments here. Thank you, Samantha. I will get them. So I'm just reading. Oh, so my auntie says that 2 of my uncles, my dad's brothers, Uncle Arthur and Uncle Richard, went on a hot shot run to Candle Lake a few days ago, and they stopped by Meath Park to see the restaurant that we used to manage. Well, my parents owned it, and me and my ex-husband used to run it, but mostly me because he did it anyways. But she said, unfortunately, it is shut down and all boarded up. Nobody has really done anything with it since you left. Well, actually, Auntie Diane, there was people who bought it off of us and had it for, it was 3 sisters who bought it, and they had it for quite a few years, and I think they sold it last year. So that's really unfortunate, because before we bought it, there was Debbie Podberchinski, who made it into a restaurant. It used to be a childcare, like daycare before that. So Debbie made it into a restaurant, and she owned it for a few years before us. And we bought it in 2008 and had it for a few years. So it was a restaurant for quite a few years. Unfortunately, if it was anything like when we had it, it was a great restaurant, and it was one of my proudest things. And the food was excellent. Never got a complaint about the food. And obviously, I'm a clean person, so the place was clean and everything else. Unfortunately, just the location of it was, there just wasn't enough people, enough traffic to come in. So it wasn't really a moneymaker. So you had to work it yourself. And if you had any staff, like it probably wasn't paying for itself as well as you would want it to. The hard thing was that we did so much advertising, and again, that's expensive. So putting it in the paper, we had bus benches, we had different things. And every time I went to Prince Albert, which is a city near the little village that we lived in, every time I went to the city, people are like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I want to go there." And it's on the way to Candle Lake, which is a big lake for camping and boating and everything else. So there was a busy traffic near it, but you would have to drive off like 2 minutes in to get to it. So there was always those people who wanted to go there, but it's like, well, you need to get there for it to stay open. So it wasn't the same as when I owned it. Food. The thing is that the Debbie Podberchinski, I tried to keep at it for the most part. It was all homemade. Everything was made from scratch, like like it was home cooking. So if we'd have a turkey dinner, it was a turkey baked, and the old turkey sandwiches and some type of soup. Like every day there was a soup and sandwich thing for lunch. So the only thing I brought in that was not homemade was, like, because there's a high school. Well, there's a school there. It's K to 12, so kindergarten to grade 12, so all the years. I brought in crinkle cut French fries, so they were not homemade. But you could have the choice between homemade, the ones like where we cut the potato right then and made the French fries fresh from potatoes, or you could have the crinkle cut, which the teachers seemed to like those better. That was the only thing I brought in that was really artificial, but everything there was like homemade and scratch, which also increases your price. But I wouldn't have had it anyway. And if I was to do a restaurant again, it would be the exact same. It would be home cooking, real food, and not. It would be really, really easy to have a microwave restaurant, poppity ping as they call it in Wales, a poppity ping restaurant.
Like Little Chef.
Yeah, so everything made in the microwave, and you might make money, but that's just not what I'm about, and that's not what I would want to eat. So that's not what I would serve. But I'm surprised that Uncle. Thank you, Auntie. Auntie said meals that were amazing. And I think if you see any of my pictures of food that I put on my Facebook, I played it nicely as if I think I'm still working in a restaurant or something. So I think Steve and the kids
And you
are
make very
lucky
good food.
I actually make food.
I have eaten your food and it has been very tasty.
Thank you. And Samantha is one. She's lactose intolerant and she's a vegetarian. So she makes it a bit complicated for me to cook for her, but not too much, because when me and Steve do low carbs or no carbs, we eat a lot more vegetables. So actually there's a lot of tasty options. And I remember one time when I was at Samantha's house and she made risotto. No, not risotto. She made risotto.
Yeah.
And that was really yummy. The thing about risotto is you have to keep stirring it.
Yeah.
And I get distracted too easy. I'd probably burn it.
What do I like making? Soup. Butternut squash soup is my favorite.
Yes, and you're gonna make squash soup.
Squash soup.
Squash that I started it from seed, but I gave it to her parents and they grew it on their allotment. And it is called a early white scallop squash. the shape is
That is,
scallopy. Early
it
white.
is.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're going to make squash soup with that one and save me some seeds because I'm out of seeds for that one.
I will.
So here
I am
in the
doing
UK,
that.
we don't have a lot of different squashes. They have ornamental gourds and they have like the little winter squash, like all the different ones for
Ornamental gourds.
ornamental gourds. Those are like the squashes and stuff that are really hard that you can dry out. They knock on them. You can make shakers out of them and stuff. Gourds are just in the same family as pumpkins and squashes.
Okay.
But in the stores you have all the little decorative ones.
No.
People might eat them, but no.
No.
Okay, well, Lidl has them right now. They're just all the ones I had on my stairs for Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah, those are from Lidl and stuff. They're just little. They're more ornamental than you would eat.
Are they not plastic?
No, those were real.
Oh. Okay.
I wish they were plastic because then every year I'd have to dry them out in the oven if I wanted to keep them every year. Plus, we know that my loft is full of Christmas decorations usually to fit more Halloween decorations.
I thought they were plastic.
That's funny. Yes. So, give me the time if you know what time it is.
9:09.
Oh, okay. So we're just on. I've been doing this for about an hour. For those of you watching who don't know who that lady is over there, that is Samantha, who on my other lives comments lots and I ask her questions and to look up things for me. And she's my best friend here in England. And her daughter, Tyla, is Erica's best friend. And her daughter, Danielle, is my baby. And
She's your
Samantha,
best friend.
yeah, and we bake together at everything, and we eat cereal together, and we
You
watch
do.
together. And Samantha's got a new baby in her tummy that we're gonna love just as much. And
I
she's
thought, why not just go for 3?
pardon?
I thought, why not go for 3?
Yes, just like we have 6, so you're gonna have to keep going. No, you don't.
No.
No. And Samantha, who has a dog walking business, so when I walk dogs with her sometimes, and I used to do it before, I don't do it now.
Can I make a request, please, before
Yes.
I go?
Yes.
On Christmas Eve, I think you should read The Night Before Christmas live.
Okay. What time?
I don't know, because it's going to be different for children here and children in your family.
Yes.
Focus on me.
So, like right now, like Auntie Diane just said, it's 2:09 p.m. there, and it's 9:09 p.m. here. Do you think that's a good time? Because 2:09, it's getting into afternoon and evening, so I could read it. It's not too early.
You could, but then Danielle can't be a part of it. So what you might have to do is read it to her separately, and then I can allow Tyler to sit and watch.
Yes. So, okay, I can do that. Not only that, what I could do is if I read it live earlier, then people in Canada who want to show people who weren't awake yet can just show them because it'll be posted to my Facebook.
Maybe we do a vote as to what time would be best, because then
Yes.
it's nice for everybody.
Okay, and especially for the 2-year-old. So for my niece Felicity in Canada, what time she wakes up, and then for Danielle here, what time she goes to bed, and it'll be in between those 2 times.
Yes.
All right, yeah, I can do that. I can read that. And were you on when I shared the 2 books that I suggested?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I'm going to get them. I'm definitely going to get the Christmas one, the penguin. I love penguins.
Yeah. Okay. So Auntie Diane, who's been on today, who we're talking about.
Yes.
So it's Auntie Diane and Uncle Arthur. So their oldest son, Daniel, he married Lisa, who is now Lisa McDermott.
And it's Lisa's dad.
And it's his dad who wrote the book. Yes. So it's in that.
We
So,
love penguins.
But it is so awesome to know people, like actually know people who have who are authors. And I have a few other friends who have written a few books, and I'll talk about them in the next few weeks. But these ones are the ones that I want to share now because they're perfect for Christmas gifts. And my sister Tina always gave books as gifts. She's a teacher, and books are just they're just invaluable. Like they're such a good gift. They last forever, and you won't get tired of them. The other thing about having the same books is, especially right now with having to do so much stuff online, if I have the same book here and my nieces and nephews have it in Canada, I can read them the story and they can follow along with it.
Yes.
So again, I'll share these books. So this is the one, A Christmas Penguin's Wish, and by Lenny Hill, and you can get it on Amazon. And then this one, available on Amazon as well, is Giddy the Octopus.
Oh, look at his
and
hat.
I just got it today, so I'm really excited about reading it. So, and that's by Lou Stewart. So yeah, those are. I love supporting people for the things that they do and stuff that they. And actually, I heard today from my children that your daughter Tyla is getting pretty popular on the TikToks.
She is. It's a Gacha Life, I think it's called. Obviously, I'm not that cool, so I don't really know much about it, but she's very good at animation, and she's been creating these videos with this animation, and it's becoming very popular.
Oh, that's great to hear. And what about her cooking? Her cooking videos? Does she still do those?
She hasn't for a while actually, but she actually baked the other week.
Yes.
What did she bake? She baked some cakes. I can again send you a picture, and they were very, very good. Loads of people liked them.
Well, bake and cook and different things. So, two things about cooking. One is that when Danielle was here, I told you this, but not them. When Danielle was here, we were watching the kids' channel. Obviously, she's 2, and there was a show called My World's Kitchen.
Yes.
And the dish that was on there was Senegal. So what was it? Senegalese mafe fish. That was the dish, and I just made it. So I'm watching a kids show about cooking, and the recipe was great. It had Savoy cabbage in it and had peanut butter in it. And so the kids tasting the cabbage when it was raw were like, ew, no. But then the little girl made this dish with Savoy cabbage and fish and everything, and it was on top of rice. And all the 3 little friends that she invited to try it after it was cooked, they all liked it. And I thought, okay, hang on. So here's a dish that has cabbage in it and fish. And Steve's not a huge fish fan, but he's trying to like it more. So I'm like, if these kids ate it and liked it, I'm going to try this dish at home because Steve might even like it. And it was pretty good. The only person who didn't like it was Erica, but she's pretty fussy anyway, so she just ate the rest. And the other thing about
beans on toast
is I know that even if Tig hasn't made any recent videos, Tyla's nickname is Tig, then does she have a YouTube channel or?
Yeah, she used to have one. She hasn't posted on there for ages either. But called.
We can also put a link underneath in a comment.
Yeah, I'll have to have a think because she used to do sweet reviews on it. I'll have to have a think what it's called. I can't remember, but it's linked to my YouTube.
Okay.
But me and her used to do before this My World Kitchen, when she was younger, there used to be a show called I Can Cook, and it was a child. It was a children's TV show, and we'd make I can hear myself for some reason. Yeah, and we'd make them the recipes that were on. So we'd do like her lunch together, and then I'd put it in the oven.
Oh, that's awesome. And so did you guys, that you filmed that? You used to make videos of it?
Yes.
Cool. Oh, there's we're going to bed just like every week. Say, you can't just come in and not on camera. Yo, it's my son Rory. Okay. Ciao, Rory. Nice.
Right, I'm gonna let you go so you can do a nice rambling bit without me.
Well, I'm gonna go because it's that time. But I loved having you on, and it's really cool that I can do these guest spots. And I will look forward to having you again as well as other people. So that
Thank you for having me.
a little more interesting. I mean, a lot more interesting if it's you. But... Okay. Yes, I will get
Okay.
used to being on live.
Okay. I love you. Goodbye and thank you.
No, thank
Goodbye,
you.
everybody.
Yes, I can't say goodbye for everybody, but goodbye for me. No, you're not gone. There she is. Now she's gone. So Auntie Diane says, nice meeting you, Samantha. And Auntie Diane, you said that would be awesome. And Melody, you said it would be fine. And I have no idea what we're talking about. So what is that referring to? What would be awesome and fine? I don't even know if and Melody, I just seen this comment now too. Yes. Oh wow, all these comments I missed. Okay, so Melody, you said you can't get pumpkin pie here. No, you can't. It's a Thanksgiving thing, and I think pumpkins and squashes. Most of them are from North America as well. So even though they have pumpkins here and they'll put them out as jack-o'-lanterns, although Halloween is a thing from North America as well. As a lot of people do in North America, they just toss their pumpkins after. They don't use them to make delicious pumpkin pies, and then roast the seeds in the oven and make delicious pumpkin seeds. And then Auntie Diane said that she remembers the homemade chocolates I had brought over to the house years ago. And those are the chocolates that I'm going to make again this year. And I'll tell you guys a quick story about those chocolates and why they matter. And then I will say goodnight for the week. So years ago, because we do a lot of baking in North America for Christmas and stuff, my dad's mom, Grandma McDermott, so same side, my Auntie Diane, it's her husband, my Uncle Arthur's mom, my dad's brother. My grandma for Christmas would make our ice cream. We would get in these big buckets, what we call 4-liter pails, a pail of ice cream, and my grandma would fill one of those buckets for each of the families for Christmas. So she could start on her baking whenever throughout the year, and she would add different things. So say a few of these cookies to that one, make a different type of cookie, and then put a few in each of them. And she would make homemade chocolates. For some reason, I thought they were potato chocolates, and you can make chocolates with mashed potato and inside, but really it's just mostly icing sugar. But my Auntie Joan, and I will mail it back to you, Auntie. I was scanning the cookbook, but I think it's just quicker, and because I have a good camera on my phone, I'm just gonna take pictures. I'll set up my tripod so it doesn't move, and I'll just take pictures of each page of the cookbook, and then I'll post it back to you. But my Auntie Joan lent me my grandma's cookbook, like her actual writing, her cookbook, and one of the recipes in there is her chocolate recipe. So years ago, when I was still living in Canada and up in Grand Prairie where my auntie and uncle live, I would go up there even if I wasn't there for Christmas. We would go up for New Year's as well, and my auntie and uncle would have a big New Year's party. They still do, but just I'm not there anymore. Big New Year's party at their house. And one year, all my dad and his siblings were all together, and I had made these chocolates, and it was the first time I made the chocolates as well. And I brought them to the house, and everybody had some, and it was this really special moment because Auntie Diane, although it was your first time having the chocolates, probably, it was like grandma was there again because they tasted exactly like grandma's. And so these people, my aunties and uncles and my cousins and people who, my grandma died in 1992, and this was probably about, well, it was probably about 2012, maybe 2010. I can't remember exactly. I want to say 2012. So is that 20 years after my grandma passed away, and everybody got to taste these chocolates, and it was just like the ones grandma used to put in her buckets with the biscuits and everything else and cookies. it was just a magical moment, and I was so happy to have shared that with him. And so those are something that I like to make. I haven't made them every year, but I have the ingredients, and I'm going to make them again this year. And I have made them since then. A couple of years ago, I made them here and let people taste them. And then, and as well as the rum balls I'll make. But I can also, if people are interested, I can give them the recipe for the homemade chocolates, and you guys can try making them and see what you think. So yeah, those chocolates were amazing. I don't, my cousins probably remember them as well, and my siblings. So I am going to sign off for today. It is another week done, and it's Sunday, so I gotta finish the kids' uniforms because I've done the laundry, most of it, but I still have a load to put in the dryer. And then I need to go spend some time with my husband before I crash, because I like to go to sleep earlier and he doesn't sleep. So yeah, I'll spend some time with him before it's time for me to crash, and I will see you guys next week. Hopefully I will finish all the Christmas decorations this week, and I can take pictures so you guys can see the living room and dining room now that they're finished. But again, our beautiful curtains that saved us hundreds of pounds, just redying them to this beautiful color. I'll put pictures, when I put pictures of the living room and how well it is, the before and after, I'll put pictures of these before and after. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with them. And I think besides my chair making noise, because it's a leather chair, I was happy with this background for this week. And we'll see what I do for a background next week. I mean, it is as much of a surprise to me as it is to you guys, because I have no idea until like the day basically where I'm gonna set up in the house and what I'm gonna do. But now I know that I can do horizontal on my phone, and that's how I can have a guest. And we will try and do guests maybe every week, even if it's for a few minutes, as long as I have people who want to be guests. So if you want to have a guest spot on here, if you want to come on and you're not embarrassed to ramble with me, then let me know and I can bring you on. So I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. This is episode 9, so next week will be episode 10. Love you. We'll see you then.